Good morning, y'all. David Atkins, target individual. Been getting hit pretty hard all morning. My whole body vibrating. Matter of fact, I got to put this in the freezer again. It's got unfrozen. However, somebody did tell me keeping a big towel full of water around your head does work. Today, I'm going to be talking about symptoms, targeted individual symptoms. If you have these symptoms and you experience these things, you may be a target individual. Then it's good for old seasoned target individuals to hear this again too, because it's always good to refresh your mind about what's going on. And you can probably these old target individuals and people that's been around a long time can identify probably all of these at one time with another. I know I can. Okay. I'm going to start off with a Bible verse I was reading this morning, and it's Mark 7:6-8. He replied, this is Jesus talking, Isaiah was right when he prophesied about you hypocrites, as is written. These people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. They worship me in vain. Their teachings are merely human rules. You have let go of the commands of God and are holding on to human traditions. Oh, let that sink in. And they're still vibrating me pretty hard right now, but I'm going to go on. Okay, here I'm trying to classify all the symptoms that target an individual experience on one page, and I could never do that, but I'm just a broad variety. Control and manipulations of thoughts, feelings, and ultimately behavior. Control of thoughts, thought patterns, feelings, and their expression, behavioral control. Dark neuro-linguistic programming and gang stalk and street theater that anchor feelings to certain words, sometimes colors, certain types of people or objects, creating the illusion of guilt. Hypnotic trigger words that result in specific sensations, feelings, or behaviors. Monitoring attention both to where to look, but also what to think about and what terms. Real-time mind reading before it becomes aware. Erasing thoughts and memory. Short-time memory problems. Induced memories and synthetic associations that are believed to be made by a computer that is aware of context. Induced dreams or manipulation of dreams. And I can add in there controlled sleepwalking. I've experienced that a lot lately. Okay, social control. Isolation of individuals through social and societal system. Fabrication of false evidence that justifies crime prevention. Fabrication of evidence of crime and rumor spreading. In almost every case, target individuals are accused of a sex crime with no chance to defend oneself. But now that's broadened out to different stuff. They might call you. They might say you're a child abuser, or government informant, snitch, or old folk abuser, or let me think. It's just a random drug user, drug dealer. Stuff like that. They broaden that one. They ain't got to say you're a child abuser or, a child molester or nothing like that no more, although they do it a lot. Sudden unemployment, loss of friends because of rumors or direct control. The perpetrators take over the friendship and social life of the TI. They're always rude, manipulative, and not real friends. Creating symptoms of mental illness. Voices in the subconscious, V2K, trying to describe what it is happening for others. Putting the individual in psychiatric care. Creating symptoms of substance abuse. Tampering with food, with drugs, poisons, medications, blurred vision, red eyes, disorientation, headaches, memory loss, difficulty talking, making sense, destroying the target individual's reputation. Creating symptoms and when I was I can relate to that. When they're creating symptoms of substance abuse, when I was in Florida in 2018, I was in this town, Pensacola. Nobody would help me. Couldn't get no food or nothing. Barely got, and then I had to sleep in the same clothes about after a week and stuff. I was burnt up, sunburnt, looked bad. And everybody was like, oh, he's a TI, he's on drugs. And no, I wasn't on drugs. Nobody would help me. I'm in the burning sun, sleeping on the streets. And I'm talking about, I would get food every now and then. But I ain't gonna lie, I'd have to go in the dollar store and get something. And you know how that goes. But hey, I had to do what I had to do. But yeah, it was crazy. So then when I would make videos talking about what was going on, I was so skinny and stuff, it looked like I was on drugs, but I wasn't. I was just so beat down by being blacklisted, nobody would help me. Okay, creating symptoms of insulin-related diseases, pain in the spinal cord, back of head, terrible headaches, high blood sugar levels, enormous fatigue, creating early retirement, poverty because of inability to work, creating symptoms or dementia because of apparent difficulty sometimes to express one's feelings and thoughts, memory problems when the attacks are enormous. Surveillance, thought surveillance. TI's thoughts are read in real time, looking through the target individual's eyes, seeing what the target individual sees, knowing where the targeted individual directs attention. GPS surveillance. The target individual is tracked down at any time in real time. Remote neural monitoring. A person's brain can't function as a fingerprint that can be picked up by satellites. Some target individuals claim that a person's brain can function as a fingerprint and can be picked up as satellites. That enables both surveillance of the individual and thoughts, and it can. It's called EEG heterodyning. It can be done. Gang stalkers often let the target individual know that he or she is under surveillance and can't escape. They can come up and insult the TI or say something that is only known by the target individual as an indication of remote mind reading, real time. Financial surveillance. It looks at every penny target individual is counted. Only a certain amount is allowed for target individuals to gain. Torture. Physical, mental, and psychological. Here we go. Physical pain due to ICT implants or non-lethal weapons, and they don't even need implants no more. So, direct pain in the body around the clock only gets worse due to other devices often labeled by target individuals non-lethal weapons, direct energy weapons, electromagnetic frequency, or simply radiation. And if I don't cover all the symptoms in here, don't get mad. Whole body vibrating with electrical current, pain in the spinal cord, pain in the back of the head, pain in the amygdala or the limbic system, pain in the forehead, cooked brain, electroshocks in the brain. I've had all of them as far as the cooked brain, electroshocks in the brain, and pain in the forehead, pain in the spinal cord, pain in the chest, yes. Toothache, yes. Heart attacks, no, not yet. Pain in vital organs, liver, stomach, heart, lungs, yes. Itchy eyes, leading to tears and red eyes, yes. Matter of fact, when I was in a hospital for 45 days last year, my eyes were so bad, they had to keep bringing me eye drops. I had itchy eyes, and then, I still do. I got some eye drops that I used, and it still don't work. The food is poison. Electronic sexual rapes during sleep or while awake. Yeah, and I don't experience that, never have, but my heart goes out to all the people that do experience it. That's very real. Okay, hypnotical trigger words. Can mimic any of the above symptoms, radiation, pain, bad taste, headaches, and so on. Trigger unbearable fatigue. The trigger words come out in whole sequences like they were taken out of a dictionary with all synonyms and all words alike. They do forced speech on me sometimes. And they'll make me say things, and it's usually when I'm out of character, stressed out, or something like that. All these weapons, they'll force me to say stuff. While some trigger words have effects on the mind and body, others have effects on sensibilization of target individuals to a certain word that trigger negative emotions like disgust, anger, and fear. And that's what they do to me sometimes. And the thing is, I'll go off and say some stuff and all that, and I'll wake up the next day and then they'll be like, "You said this," and what? I won't even remember it. Trigger words are sometimes reinforced through dark neural linguistic programming and gang stalking. Trigger words are in the beginning very difficult to discover because they are coupled with the TI's routines. The brain can't differentiate always between what is made to believe and what really happens. Once discovered, they are released. Becoming aware of the truth wins over the lie that the mind has been told. When they are discovered, new trigger words will be programmed into your subconscious. Okay, mental pain. Loud synthetic telepathy. The attackers talk with some of the victims 24/7. They use interrogation techniques that are only used in CIA or Secret Service. This is labeled also V2K, voice to skull, loud synthetic telepathy. A learning computer with a synthetic voice that can be modulated in any voice, can take over partially or full time after the initial stages. That keeps the victim awakened and always tired. Silent synthetic telepathy. The victim doesn't hear the attackers, but there's thought manipulation directing their attention. Psychological plane. Bullying at work, friends, family, sudden loss leading to isolation. Bullying in general. Because of what appears as social problems with other people, the targeted individual moves to a place where the attackers and the manipulators can spread around any kind of rumor for people in the neighborhood and can take control in any other way. Gang stalking, rude people in crowds that appear and insult the individual using verbal and nonverbal communication. Having 20 people more strategically placed to, for example, look with a hateful look at the targeted individual. They are all strangers. They're all rude. They appear every time the TI is outside and can take many different expressions. Sometimes it looks like they have some kind of scheme, and harassment follows a pattern. And when it achieves a certain stage, they reset themselves again. It starts all over. Street theater. A group of people plays a whole show for the individuals as appears to follow a predetermined plot. Following the target individual's thinking, the thought surveillance is perceived as humiliating. The home is entered. Perpetrators don't steal anything but can store them, or they can leave objects that don't belong there. They took my computer back in 2018 for 2 weeks, my laptop. I come back and the trailer door will be open every day when I come back from work. And I'd come back, and then one day the laptop was right there where it was missing from. Okay, they often seem to enter with a key because doors are not forced. Thefts in towns, airports, money of belongings, destroyed means of transportation, total lack of support. When the target individual meets health professionals, they are not interested in what the TI tells them. Symptoms are treated in an old-fashioned way. Many times they are forced to take the wrong medication to agree, sometimes stigmatizing labels in order to receive their pension. In certain countries, the TI can be forced into psychiatric where a total loss of human rights occurs. I don't know if you hear that noise campaign. You hear that? Blacklisting often leads to the inability for the TI to find work or has to accept a job underway under their specialization. At the new job, the TI is constantly under harassment and bullied. Sometimes the police participate in harassment. It's totally insensitive what TI goes through. The media ignores the TI calls. Other symptoms. Strange coincidences happen all the time, several times a day. The TI can, in his thoughts, intercept what is going on to be on TV in a while, depending on what subject of interest. Some TIs are sure that the people on TV are copying or harassing them. But that's not, that right there, I feel like that was put in there, to try to make us, because it's a good list over and all, but I think that was put in there to try to make whoever read that totally lose it. Like, sure, the people on TV are copying and harassing them. Man, that throws our agenda. I don't believe that right there. Now, that's happening to one of you, so be it. But saying that in the TI community would just throw everything off. So I don't think that's something that TI experiences. But if it is something you experience, I'm sorry for insulting you because I've never experienced that. So I don't know. But if it is, correct me because I don't know everything. I'm an open-minded person, and after I say these last two things on this list, I want to tell you this. Feel free to add anything in the comments. Like, I want y'all to share y'all's experiences in the comments if you feel comfortable. If not, that's fine. Also, if you have any information, I don't know it all, share it with us. I want to hear it. I want to know it. That's one thing I've learned on my targeted journey. You will never learn everything about what's going on. This thing is so sophisticated, you're never going to learn everything to a T. They got so many tricks, shenanigans, and I've learned that. Okay, and then it says, what you think about comes reality. Expectation turn out exactly to the opposite, leading to cognitive dissonance. And that's all. So anyway, God bless y'all. I'm probably going to skip tomorrow, take a day break off. I think I'm going to go to some Zoom call tomorrow, and then I think I have an interview with this person in a couple of days too. So anyway, I don't want to say too much, but anyway, God bless y'all. I hope y'all are doing good as best you can. I'm fixing to go put this back in the freezer, freeze it again, and start all over. They're vibrating my whole body, especially my legs and my feet. Anyway, God bless y'all. I hope y'all have a good weekend considering what we're going through. Keep your head up and keep the faith and keep doing whatever you're doing to deal with it. But don't give up.